Welcome to Youth Truth. Me and Drake are back again.
Episode 2, baby. Episode 2.
Hey, so what's new on the agenda? Today's raining.
Yeah, the weather's not as good as the last episodes, but I'm hoping we get some moisture at least.
Yeah, but my little rabbit's hanging out back there.
Which is surprising because it's cold. It's cold.
It's about freezing, Drake. But enough of the weather.
Yeah, springtime.
Weather's a safe topic. You ever try to talk to a girl, if you talk about the weather, at least you're safe in that conversation.
Yeah, I just feel like it never really leads to anywhere, though. You could talk about the weather every day.
It's supposed to lead for time and face-to-face contact. Yeah, I always tell you about that every relationship is based on the number of minutes that accumulate in the relationship.
Right. So, like, we have a long time together.
Well, we have more minutes together since it's been 4 years since you started staying.
Yeah, I call it the castle. He's the king, and I'm the knight.
Yeah, I really appreciate Drake. You calling me king. I think it's
just endearing, He's put in a lot of work to get where he is. And it's going to take me the same amount of time, 40 years of grindstone, busting.
Yeah. My castle is just a humble abode, in my opinion, I mean, it's the perspective of 50 years of hard work versus just meeting Drake a few years ago.
Yeah, I still feel like it still has a high class vibe to it, even if it doesn't, look the part. You can still do everything the rich people do. You can go out and cook a barbecue, have a potluck party. It's all the bells and whistles you need on a home.
I tell you, Drake, the most important thing in my life is the people that are in it, and so I'm not worried about what other people really think. I'm more worried about can the people I'm around enjoy the moments of the life that we're living.
And you've done a pretty good job, too, of balancing that, being cheap and still providing amenities for the people around, It's worked out pretty good.
I wanted to get that, see if you could program a couple chickens going, cheap, 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 and he said, no, frugal.
Yeah, that would be like a good little commercial fit or something.
I felt so bad in the short, Drake, that I said, don't buy your glue at the dollar store.
Yeah, that was a little, but it was honest too, because you do need a good quality parts for the job, sort of.
Well, and maybe I'm wrong, but the glue seemed a little dry to me because I'm so used to super glue being liquid, but this was like paste. I had to work with the $1.25 I spent on each tube, and
So were you just telling them to not do what you did?
Well, I was just like thinking that, the reason the glue was dry is because it didn't get to the dollar store until it was 10 or 12 months old.
Oh, really? Wait, so have you had it for a while then?
No, I just bought it.
You just bought it and it's already dried out?
But that's kind of, if you go to the dollar store, some of the stuff is pushing expiration date. But I want to apologize to the dollar store because I go there. There are values that come to mind. I mean, I went there when I saw tubes of super glue for $1. Now it's $1.25 because of inflation. But you go there. I go there a lot.
I stopped going there. I've never had luck with their products. I feel like you're better off spending the $3 getting the better product at Walmart than paying $1 for.
Yeah, but you can find some jewels in there, like that cotton string for $1.25. That was that was good stuff.
There's like very few things I go there for, like party planning stuff. Absolutely, dollar store. That I might do because it's all the same crap one way or another.
Yeah, I mean they serve their purpose, but what the heck did I pick up? Cornbread the other day. Man, twice as much. Yeah, you can get cornbread for 99 cents at the grocery store, and it was $1.25 there. But you got two 2 servings, twice as big a serving for $1.25, which is actually a frugal savings.
Was it the same brand or was it some cheap?
No, it was a good brand.
Oh.
I can't remember exactly, and it was good cornbread because it had honey in it.
Was it that blue and yellow box?
Yeah, maybe.
Oh, that's the good brand I get.
You know,
Yeah, that's a good
it was
one.
in a bag. But, you know, you can get candy and stuff like that. I mean, it really, you know.
Yeah, candy's good for that too, like Easter shopping or Christmas, anything like that. I'd go for dollar store, but like even like cleaning supplies, I still feel like you get ripped off.
Yeah, I've always wondered, Drake. You know, I mean, I watch my women, not to pick on them, but I love them to death. But they'll go, you know, not Sandy, and not Nicole. Probably they've learned that they don't want to go, you know. Oh, well, I can get this cheaper over there at Target, so I'll spend the gas to go over there to Target to buy that product cheaper. And, you know, I got a coupon at King Supers or something like that.
Yeah, the dollar store's right down the street.
Yeah, you
So,
know,
I don't know.
By the time you run around what's really savings, I sit there and I laugh to myself when I wonder if I should use a paper towel to wipe this off or how much does water cost nowadays. I'm really money oriented.
Yeah, that's penny pinching to a new level. You know, that's frugality to
But
an
it's
extreme.
kind of like the hose, man. The hose costs $75, and if I can get another year out of it for what was it, $6.50, and I managed to show 30 seconds or 60 seconds of repair, but it took me an hour. You know.
I'm not gonna lie, the shade tree engineering has saved me a ton of money. We saved a ton of money today by shade tree engineering a mic filter and a blocker, and now our audio should be better. And I think it sounds better. Steve personally doesn't care, but I thought the audio was a big deal to me, so we shade tree engineered a pretty good little filter.
Yeah,
Saved
nobody
$200
can
bucks.
see it but us, and if it helps a broadcast, I'm cool with it. But I just think we need to put more product out on the airwaves.
Well, we're working on it, man. We're gonna be putting out a lot more lately now that we got our setup really refined. And
Yeah,
now it's just click and go pretty much, guys.
I'd love some comments. I don't know how many of you have tried to repair a metal hose, but I'm trying to install the sprinkler system using some parts. Drake thinks I'm crazy because I've been trying to engineer this sprinkler system in my backyard that you can just hook to your garden hose. And then the metal hoses, man, the best thing about them is that they are tangle free, man. You can drag a hose. If you got to drag a hose, then metal hoses are the best, but if you leave a little water in them and they freeze, they pop a line real fast.
You know what? I actually thought the sprinkler idea was a great idea. What I really thought was a crazy idea was spending all that money to keep the rabbit in the fence. That's what I thought was crazy.
Yeah, well, you know what's enjoyment worth? I got it down to $1.25 a day to feed the rabbits and the squirrels. The birds were eating me alive, man. Even with the cheapest quality Walmart bird seed.
Yeah, and they're like the least interactive wildlife you can get in the yard, I feel like. Yeah, they make noise, they're cool to look at. They just eat your food and run. At least the rabbit comes and sees you.
That one time that they picked my cherry tree clean in one afternoon, I was thinking, well, I'll pick them cherries tomorrow. Man, they beat me to it, and the whole cherry tree was wiped out in one day. Since then, the trees died, but
Oh, I didn't even know you used to have a cherry tree, really?
yeah, there's still a stump in the yard from it I keep working on. But
That's a
but
shame.
it was a little kind of like not marked. Mar.
Was it a sweet cherry?
Oh, them little cherries, not them big bean cherries. You might call them Marciano cherries or whatever that you put on top of your sundae.
I forgot what those were called. But yeah, the Sonic ones, the really
And the little red
ones.
ones, you know.
Yeah.
Man, it had a good year. And Drake's out there looking at the peach tree because he's been around enough to see it just completely covered with fruit.
Oh, it's
And
the
then
best peach tree on earth, man. And them squirrels even go up there and eat them. They're so good. You can't even get anything like that in a market or on a food vendor. Nothing like that, man.
Yeah, it comes from the western slope. The seeds are from, you know.
Are they really from the Palisade?
Palisade, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, those are the best peaches in Colorado, man. You guys find those. You better get them.
Like 3 different peach trees growing together, but it all depends on where the bees come from, because I've had the nectarines and the fuzzy peaches on both of the trees based on the there's another peach tree in the neighborhood that's fertilizing mine with the bees.
Yeah, I like that peach tree because it grows the nectarines. You get the best of both worlds. Those nectarines are really nice and firm, and they taste just as good. That tree's the best tree I've ever seen, dude.
Over the years, I've had both the nectarine or the fuzzy peach, and on both sides of the trees. So it's.
Have you ever only had one or the other? Like, have you?
Yeah.
Really,
it
only
depends
nectarines?
on what time of year and where they came from.
Which
I'm
bee
sure.
it is?
Yeah, where the bug or the pollinator come from.
I always thought it was like some side of the tree got hotter than the other and burned off the fuzz. I didn't know it was completely different
I don't
pollination.
know who's the male and who's the female, but it depends on what fruit I get each year. Love it all. You know,
Yeah.
can't eat it all. Man,
It grows hundreds of them. The plum tree I don't like as much. The plums taste a little weird. You know, we were picking them, I think it was not last year, the year before that, we were eating some of them plums, and they had like a really bitter taste to them.
Yeah,
like
I
they're
think
getting
it's the soil.
Is it those mushrooms in the soil?
Well, I don't know. You know, I've been trying to kill them mushrooms.
Yeah, we got a fungus in the backyard that's killing the grass. 3 years we're working at it to kill this thing.
I've been attacking it with everything I got.
Chemical warfare.
You know, but you know, I make do. So far, it's not. I think that they're actually good edible mushrooms.
Well, you can eat those ones?
Yeah, I think they're like high quality, high dollar mushrooms. I just don't like mushrooms.
So why can't you keep them on the... I like them. You should keep them in the backyard and grow some.
Well,
Have a little mushroom patch back there.
Well, kills the grass. You know, I mean, everything has a pro and a con. You know,
Then you might be appreciating it when the world goes to the end and you have a mushroom farm back there.
but,
Those things
you
never
know,
die.
Like Sandy said the other day, she's tried mushrooms a couple times, and
She don't like them?
every time. You know, just don't like them.
Oh, I love them. I'll eat them raw with ranch. I'll cook them. Cooked is the best. I'll cook them with white wine and butter, like the Outback style mushrooms. If you tried those,
Yeah,
I love mushrooms, man.
Maybe it's all mental.
It could be. I didn't like vegetables as a kid at all. I hated them. I didn't even eat peppers. Nothing. You couldn't get me to eat a tomato to save my life. But I love vegetables now. I think it's like an acquired
mushrooms
taste.
are fungus. Is what they're called.
Yeah, I don't care. That fungus is good, dude.
Yeah,
That
people
fungus is
survive
good.
on it. Not knocking it, but it's not my forte.
Oh, I get it. I don't think a lot of people like it. I think it's like seafood. A lot of people don't like seafood either.
Yeah, everybody has different opinions. That's why we're having such a hard time figuring out what to talk about on this show here, Drake.
Yeah, and the audio was a big setback for me, so I'm glad we got that fixed. Now that we got the audio fixed, I'm going to feel a lot more comfortable
Well,
with episodes.
I hope it makes a difference. I'm willing to compromise.
Oh,
here
it
and
did,
there.
man. I swear. We'll hear this episode. When we play it back, it's going to sound really good. I'm actually pretty excited.
How
what
much
we've done.
time we got going on? 13 minutes and 30 seconds.
Yeah, we got a lot of...
Because my
Time racking
feeling
up.
is that people start thinking that they don't want to listen any longer after 14 minutes.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think? Should we carry this on for tomorrow?
I don't know. I just think we should put out more 15-minute episodes.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're getting close, and then we have that other clip we're going to include, so
Yeah.
we're going to have to say goodbye to you guys.
Well, we want to know what you think out there, because we'll cater to our clientele, our listeners, the people that are supporting our channel. I mean, we need your comments, and we need likes, and we need you to share, please. You know,
anything helps, man.
this is
Anything
a start. Two guys trying to figure out. We're gonna maybe try and take the long haul of YouTube engineering, and then we're just goofing around, seeing if an old guy and a young guy can cooperate. I can't do it without you, Drake. The computer's just killing me.
Oh, I appreciate that, man. I couldn't have done this without this high dollar and engineering stuff, man.
Yeah,
This has been
yesterday I
impossible.
was thinking that, well, you know, when I made that short, I thought I was being a director, a photography and director, you know,
That is.
coming down from the shade tree trying to get the little hose.
That's how it's done. That's how the big guys do it. We're just doing it on a smaller scale.
Trying to use my artistic abilities. Maybe
Yeah,
we
no.
could keep them entertained for a minute. You think this conversation will keep them listening, Drake?
I don't know, Steve. I think we should cut it up into 2 parts and give him something to wait for. I want to see what you guys think of this episode.
Anticipation is making me wait. You know, that was commercials. I sit there. I'm old. I like, you know.
And then I think we had a good conversation. This is, to me, this is like a frugality Friday, or what would you call it? You know, saving money by any means, or save. Like you said last episode, a penny saved is a penny earned. I'm learning that slow as a young
Well,
man.
so you know, I'm semi-retired. I might have said I'm semi-employed, but you know, I try to produce passive income, and I'm all for conversation because it's my favorite thing to do on earth.
You can get paid for it. Why not?
Why not, man?
Why
And
not?
if we can sit here on the little leather couch on the back porch, playing around with the microphone, Drake learning all this stuff, me learning all that stuff, make any form of dinero, we would hope that you could do the same. But it's not as easy as they say it is, in my opinion.
No, it's not. Even getting this far took us 20 hours, 30 hours. Even arranging the room alone takes 2 hours. You got to set aside some time, man.
Well, you know, I hope you enjoyed our little conversation today. Please subscribe, like, share.
Leave comments, please. Comments. Really
Yeah,
helpful.
comments and likes. It'll help the channel grow, you know. We're up to 34 views. I was surprised and amazed.
Yeah, we're going to be looking back on this like 34 views.
Yeah, remember
Remember
when
when?
I say that. Have a great day, folks.
Hey, thank you guys for tuning in. Have a good Friday. Have a good weekend.